Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading. Let me just sort my screen out. Hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be for the week of the 16th going to the 22nd of January. So let's have a little look together and see what's going on for you guys. As always, I'm going to pull the cards out first and then we'll talk about it. But in the meantime, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Just plugging myself in there. All right, for Gemini, please. All right, for Gemini. Whoa. Someone being a bit distant. I think you'll sort things out with them. Don't you worry. Yeah, okay. Let me carry on pulling the cards out. For Gemini, current energy for the week. The overall energy for the week. Okay. If you have been disappointed with an outcome of a situation, this could be an argument, it doesn't have to be as intense as an argument, could just be like a disagreement with somebody. I see things balancing out. I'm seeing a compromise. I'm seeing a bit of giving and taking. I see a solution to your problems, Gemini, so this is good. It's just that you're just gonna have to give it some time, like whatever they mean by that. Can I just clarify this specific card? Yeah, okay. Blockages for the week. Okay. A mix-up. I think sometimes, like, okay. All right, let's just specifically talk about what I'm seeing. This may resonate with you. If it doesn't, then that's fine. Take what resonates and leave the rest, or just click off the video if it's not for you. That's completely fine. But I'm getting a specific situation coming through, and it feels like you may have had like you're in a position of defeat within this week, but like not complete defeat. There's no tens here, apart from a very good one, which we'll get into in a second. But it kind of feels like maybe like leaving things on bad terms, or things were left on bad terms, or I'm just seeing a bit of a disagreement between you and somebody. Could even be work. It could even resonate in that kind of level too, of where, you know, you asked for something, they didn't want to give it to you, so it's like, okay, well then I'm not doing, you know, like I think there's a little bit of a disagreement coming through that didn't end on the best of terms, but I'm seeing things coming to a resolution. I'm seeing a very happy outcome. I'm seeing you getting what you asked for, or again, things being very good. And there we go, we've got an email coming through. Some of you could be going on a flight. You guys could be having some travel coming up as well that you could be deciding around this time, or I think this is a good time to consider a vacation here. The blockages for the week. Okay, let's speak about what it is. So your current energy for the week, next week, is the Five of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. And this is where I'm seeing, like, initially, I do believe that the Five of Swords is going to be like how you're going to be feeling, which is defeat. Sometimes it's losing a battle here, but winning the war. And I do see the war being won here with the Six of Pentacles, in terms of getting that compromise, getting that balance, getting what it is that you wanted from a situation, whether that's an apology, whether that is money. Some of you, the Six of Pentacles is to do with work, it's to do with finances, it's a bonus, a promotion, or getting paid for something here. If this is legal situations, then again, it may not look like you're going to, like, maybe at first you may not win something, but then you do it again and you get it. Or again, you're gonna be getting some good karma, even if, and good news, even if at first it doesn't look like it. And that's one thing that Spirit really wants you to say, is that something is unfinished. How this ended was very chaotic, or how this situation was left off was very chaotic, but it was unfinished. So something is coming back around again to give you what you need, whether that's clarity, whether that's happiness, whether that's a second chance, whether that is just money. All right, and like, actually, okay, yeah, you do deserve it, you have worked hard, or, you know, we shouldn't have spoken to you that way, Gemini. That's one thing that's coming through. The blockage for the week, and this doesn't actually have to do with you, so you will know if it is or not. This could be the personal situation that you're dealing with, is that there may have been a misunderstanding, or someone may have not been in a very good mood when you brought something up to them, or someone was just felt very attacked, or very, like, offended with something here. The Nine of Wands is a very defensive energy. The Seven of Cups is like a confusion. Someone was maybe in a certain way, so when they heard what you said, they immediately thought it was an attack. They immediately thought that they should put their defenses up here. They put a barrier up, or their ego got the best of them. This could be just a misunderstanding here as well. that could have left you sitting here thinking like, what? Because it feels like somebody else like made a decision for you, and you're just like, oh, well, okay. Now you're left with all this, like the swords here. Now you're left with all this. What do I do with this? You were left to think, to kind of contemplate, okay, well, if that's how they're going to deal with it, like, what am I doing here? Or like, should I think you were questioning things after this happened. But then the Six of Pentacles comes through, and you do have the Chop Wood card coming in as well, which is like, doors are starting to open now for you. You stayed consistent with something. You kind of stayed put. So something, you carried on going. Basically, you didn't give up on a situation, or yeah, you carried on going. You carried on pushing forward despite the challenges that arose for you. Or again, if this hasn't happened already, it's happening this week. So no matter what the challenges were, you carried on. You stayed consistent. You stayed working on something here, even if it's just yourself. You didn't let it affect you too much. This is where the Six of Pentacles comes in, of like, okay, like, now we see that you're ready for this. Now we see that this is what you do deserve. And then that could just be the universe. Like, maybe they didn't give you what you wanted in the beginning, and you felt attacked. You felt like, why not? This is what I wanted. Like, universe, I was manifesting this. Why didn't you give it to me? And in which case, like, I kind of feel like it's now being granted to you. Maybe because something shifted, maybe because something changed. But it was unfinished. Maybe it just wasn't the right time for it. So there may have been a bit of rejection or disappointment. But now is the right time for it because you stayed consistent. They now see that this is what you wanted. But the blockage here was like, you felt it very personally, which of course, I understand. So then after this, doors start to open, and then we go to this imagine energy, which is all about elevating, going to the next level. It's judgment energy. So for some of you, you've passed a test. Gemini, this could be somebody else's test, but apply as you wish. You've passed a test. And now the universe is giving your karma here. For some of you, how you handled a situation is your karma now. Like, even though when someone may have been, kicking and screaming or like being very unfair, you kind of didn't allow your emotions or your own personal anger to sway, what you said or what you said you wanted. Now you're getting good karma. For some of you, this may have been an old situation that was trying to manipulate you. And because you didn't stick to what they wanted, because you set boundaries, because you said what you wanted, and you wasn't going to compromise with them and be manipulated, now the universe is giving you some karma. Or if it's not that intense and it's not very narcissistic and or manipulative, then someone's coming back around and going, actually, maybe your way is better. I'm just seeing that you're being accepted for something that wasn't accepted to begin with. So now you're elevating. Now you're going to the next level. Now you're being rewarded for something because you didn't give up, because you didn't change your integrity or like who you are as a person because of how somebody else was being. Like, so I like this a lot. You have the Ten of Cups that came up with the Chop Wood card. So like, this is fruitfulness. This is happiness. This is satisfaction. In terms of your emotions, emotional fulfillment is coming through because you stayed consistent. The Imagine card, like I was saying, is like the Judgment card. So it's learning a lesson, passing a test. Like the universe is now like seeing you clearly, and it saw you clearly before, but like they're now giving you that clarity that you've been seen. So if you felt very unseen, you felt like things have been very unfair, they have seen it too. But because you stayed consistent, because you didn't bend with other people's, because you didn't break yourself to mold yourself into something here, you stayed true to what you believed in, you're being rewarded for this with a lot of happiness. A lot of happiness. You're the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck here. You waited some time for this. You've been very balanced, been very patient with something here. It's very Sagittarius energy, and Jupiter, which is the planet that brings blessings. So some blessings are coming through. Again, there is going to be some mending. You will receive an apology. Someone is coming back round again to go, actually, look, all right, they're going to be apologizing. They're going to be wanting to make things fair. They're going to be wanting to make things right. They're going to be very honest with you about how they reacted. They're going to apologize for it. Of course, I don't believe in going to people who are abusive. So if it's anything to do with that, know your worth, move forward, move away from this. This could be what it's about. And as I said before, you may have saw it as like what did I do? Like I didn't do anything wrong. And this person's saying maybe I did. And some of you maybe even fell into that trick of like, well, did I do anything right? Like kind of, yeah, like maybe even doubting yourself a little bit. Like, was it me? No. So the universe is granting you because you believe deep down that you knew it wasn't you. It wasn't to do with you. So things are being fixed. Things are becoming clear. You're receiving a blessing here because you've passed a test. You've learned something. And that's to do with love. Self-love. Or again, this could be a challenge in love. That's coming through. Learning what love is about. Of course, it's not everything's going to be perfect in relationships because we're dealing with somebody else. It's very different from ourselves. But this could very much be like you chose yourself in this instance. And maybe in the past you didn't do that. So now that we're doing this now, you're getting a blessing. And it could be an offer of love coming to you. Like it's pure love coming through. Page of Pentacles, again, you're learning something. For some of you, this could just be a very loving offer. This could, again, be in terms of finances, an opportunity here. But Page of Pentacles is like an apprentice card. It's about learning whilst you're doing something. That could be a job role that's coming through for you. All right? But this is like you're learning something. We're all learning something. A judgment coming through. So now your blessing is... I'm hearing what you signed up for. The Page of Pentacles is like you're kind of now getting what it is that you wanted, and that's what the good news is here with the Page of Wands. Like you're moving away from the drama, the chaos with the Six of Swords here. You made the right decision, made the right choice. So now you're elevating, you're going to the next chapter, you're qualifying for something. You know, like I'm kind of getting this instance, like really random message, but you know when you do a test and like, or like you're in a group of people and for some of you, you didn't fall for social pressure. Okay, that could be in terms of a choice of work that you did, and because you stayed consistent, even though people disagreed with you, like I'm just getting this resistant energy from other people, but you stay true to yourself. And that's the moral of what I'm saying here, and you're passing a test because of that. And some people may still think it's unfair. Why is Gemini getting this? Like, I did this too, or no, you didn't. You didn't stay true to yourself. Most people fall into pressure from other people, or fine, like they stick to what's easy. If everyone agrees with it, then it's okay. If I stay quiet, then it's okay. No. You've done something different than what you normally do. That's what I'm picking up on. So now you're being gifted something because of this, which I think is amazing. But yeah, like the example I was saying is like, you know, when you're in a group of people and you know, they're all discussing their answers or something, it could like, and you're like, oh no, it's this. And everyone's like, no, like Gemini, well, you're so wrong. Like, it's not that at all. Like, blah, 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 blah. And then trying to convince you that you're wrong, trying to convince you to believe in them. They may not intentionally be knowing that they're wrong at all. This could be some people who believe they know better than you. Could be a lot of different scenarios, but like you kind of was like, am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I did the calculations right. Like I'm pretty sure I thought through this. Like I'm not wrong. You may have swayed a little bit, but you did stay true to yourself. And then everyone kind of finds out, no, Gemini was right. Then it's like, pff. And yeah, that can cause an outburst depending on the people you're dealing with. Like, no, they're not right. Some people may protest. But I think you've done fine. And I think all that you need to focus on is yourself. You, yourself, and whoever's close to you that you really love and they love you too. You don't need to worry about anyone else because you're going to the next level because of this. Like, it's really interesting reading. That's the energy I'm picking up on here. Yeah, 3 of Cups, celebration. You guys, like, I'm seeing a party. Like, I'm seeing something very happy coming through for you. I'm seeing a lot of celebrations. I'm seeing a gift here. Yeah, 10 of Wands. Now the ending of a particular period is over. Like you're moving away from certain baggage. Like a lot of hard work that you've been doing or dealing with or holding on to is being lifted. This is your gift. This is your blessing. You're getting some happiness here. This is your justice. You're now able to let go of all this weight on your shoulders, this weight on your back. Very interesting reading, I must say. Okay, is there anything else, any other messages that we want to share, please, with Gemini? Queen of Cups. King of Pentacles. Could be dealing with a water sign or an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There's going to be a change in dynamic here. Like, we're going from 10 of Swords to the 10 of Pentacles here. So, like, what I always see when this combination comes through is, like, something's ending for a prosperous beginning to happen here. So, a door is closing, a beginning of a new one's opening. If there has been some challenges and a dynamic between you and somebody else, that's shifting, that's changing. But ending needs to happen first for that. Ego death, or again, letting go of something needs to happen, or could be an actual ending to move towards some more prosperity here. But this kind of feels like a couple here, or a team. Or this could just be you, and these are two forces within yourself. One that's very stable and one that's very emotional and nurturing. I see some like stability coming in, a beautiful home coming in. That's another gift of yours, Wheel of Fortune coming through. Like, this is where it's kind of saying here, and I understand now, is that if things have been very difficult for you, Gemini, this is changing. You're going from a very difficult 10, very difficult chapter, to a very prosperous one. This is your blessing. As the wheel is turning in your favor now. Amazing. Mwah, I want to do that. Amazing stuff. You stayed consistent. You didn't let the challenges overwhelm you. You have the Otter Spirit. You are never alone. So this is highlighting relationships here. This is highlighting your love. All right. So if it's to do with love in general, then you are never alone. All right. You always have love for self, love from the universe. So there is this very special someone around you who is there with you, ready with you. Whenever you're ready, I feel like this person would do anything. But I just think maybe there's some issues in a relationship where there's been a lot of challenges and difficulty. But I do see they've been there for you. But that's just for a few of you who are in, long-term relationships. So now together you could definitely be blossoming. Okay, but you have You're Never Alone. And look up the Otter Spirit online as well to see what more messages that they come through. But they're very loving, very sweet. Very family orientated and loving animals here. So anyways, Gemini, I love you guys. Wish you all the best. Personal readings are open, they're out, new services are available, and I've also just switched up the website, so it's had a bit of a renovation, but I'm sending you all my love. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you guys soon.